two of y'all to test me. Big fish should take a group of y'all to catch me. I draw quicker when it start getting sketchy.
Hey, what's going on, Sid? Where you come from? Where you come from? Hope everybody doing good, by the way. It's my homeboy, Sid. We go way back.
Yeah.
Started Burhart. Did you go to Fruitvale or no?
I went to Carmont.
That's what's up. Shout out. Where's that at? Oakland?
But that's literally right down the hill.
Really?
Skyline. It's on that
shit.
hill.
That's what's up.
Redwood Road.
Hell yeah, man. So what brings you here? I thought you was in Chicago. Like, what brings you here to Oakland?
Man, I'm visiting the fam. I come back like Thanksgiving, Christmas, part of the summer.
Hell
when
yeah.
I can, whenever I can. But I love being here. So.
Amen, brother. Just my little summary of who Sid was. He's one of our quarterbacks for Skyline. Sid had that nice little step back. You know what I'm saying?
LOL. Okay.
So before I start, this podcast, any shout outs you want to give, Sid? Anybody who,
Shout out to fam, my mom, my pops.
Amen.
My sisters here too.
That's what's up.
The loving family man.
It's wild how we grew up in the Bay, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had our whole world figured out. Well, we thought we had our whole world figured out, but with everything that you're seeing right now, Sid, what is it that you think that needs some change, man?
We are screwed.
We did a Bible study at the house yesterday.
Okay.
My sister was leading it, and she was like, it was like titled "Matters of the Heart," and she was just talking about us as a family dynamic, folks, 2 sisters, and me, and so just saying that you're not a perfect family by any means, but like we getting on each other about little things, and it's like it starts at the heart, and I can generally see that, like whether it's politics or whether it's whatever the thing is that's getting people riled up, religion, whatever. I think it starts from the heart.
Amen.
So like, what is our heart posture? What are we like feeding ourselves? What are we what is our true heart? So yeah, because we could definitely do a better job of treating people better. Seeing somebody on the street, saying what's up, saying hello.
That goes a long way.
Yeah.
Hello.
Reminds me of my rugby coach, Coach Burke. Hopefully he watching this, but yeah, he would always tell us, it's so important for us to go to soup kitchens. We did that often. As a kid, I was like my first time doing that, like going to soup kitchens and like literally getting my hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? Wrapping presents and all that. Every time I went to a soup kitchen, every time we went to a gathering where we were just doing things for random people who we didn't know, like passing out sweaters to the homeless in Oakland. Man, when I go home, I feel like I was a superhero. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to rekindle that fire. And I really appreciate you talking about the heart posture. Because we don't ever think about that. We just think about our physical posture, how we looking, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it all starts from in here. So if your posture is right there, the whole world, I'm not saying gonna bow down to you, because we only bow down to God. But, it's just, you carry a lot of volume when you live that lifestyle. So, because I'm very proud, where we came from. And, I feel like we had to learn fast living the Bay, seeing just, I don't know, like, it's such a beautiful thing. I don't know if you watched, what's that show called on Netflix? Last Chance U?
You're a Division I player. Will you become one? I don't know. Are you self-destruct because you don't want to have to leave your family and be here? I've asked you that, right? Are you okay moving out of Oakland, moving across the country somewhere?
Yeah.
With Mr. Bean. I just watched it recently, like, rest in peace to Mr. Bean. But I don't know, like, when he passed away, that's when I was like, bro, I gotta watch this. And man, it opened up my eyes to see the struggles that people are going through, like sleeping in a car. I forgot what that one star player who played quarterback. Forgot his name. You know who I'm talking about, though, right? But yeah, there's a guy in there where he's like going to practice, going to school. Like, he said he wouldn't take that back. Like, all that struggle is so worth it. You know what I'm saying? And like people sleeping in trailers and all that.
I think his name was Dior.
Of course, he's going to try to be there right now, trying to support all my games, trying to support me. But I'm not trying to get help from you, especially.
What was clear with Dior is Dior has what I call like that dog in you, like where I'm gonna prove to you that I can be better.
Now that I'm up doing shit myself, and me being strong, having that pride, is like, that's what I live on. And I don't even think he understands how I feel.
Speaking of sports, you're a coach. I just found out today that, said he'd be coaching.
So I'm up in the booth right now, and everybody in white are the coaches down there. We got like 10, probably 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
You don't mind telling us a little bit about that? Like,
Yeah,
what
no
motivated you? What brought you to that? You know what I'm saying? It's interesting.
No problem. So like, just in my life in general, part of my story is that I've had coaches every single year of my life, probably from the age when I was 8. Somebody different who is impacted me in a way to where I wanted to give back. Been a good influence. So like, just naming people, Coach Vincent, and I haven't seen some of these people in years. Bro. Coach Kev, LaDon, Joel, Wu, Bush. There's plenty of people to name. Barry or Ford. I'm probably missing a couple.
What was the one from Skyline? The one when he came to Skyline, we got like new uniforms. Do you remember who that was?
I'm trying to. So
they call him Peanut Head. I'm not trying to get fucked up. They called him like Peanut Head because he had like, I swear.
Me?
No, not you.
Oh, the coach? No. You talking about Bush?
Is that his name? I don't know, but I just remember like when Coach Kazee, remember when Coach Kazee and them got fired? Yeah. So they got fired for some stupid shit. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
like they got them messed up. That's when we kind of like fell downhill. Then we got this new coach. He was cool. Yeah. But he was just very flashy. He was just buying us hella shit. And it was like having Santa as a coach. But I thought you named him, so
Smith. Yeah.
Smith. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Coach.
Milk
Dud, yeah, that's what they called him, not Peanut Head. But man, he was funny, bro. Man, he loved Armand, bro. Shout out to Armand Shine. I don't even. Hopefully, I'll follow him on Instagram because my Instagram got banned. But I used to follow. Yeah, my Instagram got banned like for conspiracy and shit because my podcast get real deep.
Yeah.
But yeah, Armand Shine. I remember Coach, and he looked up to him like a son.
But dude, like coming from these different influences that I've had, like they impacted me so much that I only naturally just wanted to do what has been done to me to others, in that light. And so definitely the reason why I coach is to give back. That's definitely part of my story. It's crazy how it happened. A coach that impacted me wound up being the head coach at this high school.
Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
his name was Butler. He was one of my college coaches. And I just one of my guys who I played with, he was like, man, Butler's asking around for coaches. And I was just looking to volunteer. I wasn't looking to get paid, wasn't looking to come to the school to work or anything like that. I was just simply looking to volunteer, something to do with my afternoons. And he was like, man, yeah, we got a spot for you. Our goals are aligned, So part of that talk was like, he was like, I like our coaches in the classroom. There was an opportunity for me to come up to the school and be in the classroom as well. And so I was like freshly graduated from grad school and wasn't necessarily like looking for something to do like during the day, but I had the availability and the freedom to do that. And so for that was summer of 2024. So so since then, summer 2024 to currently, I've been at this high school out in Chicago.
What's it called?
North suburbs. Niles North.
Niles North?
Yeah, Niles North High School.
It's a lot of students?
About like something like 2,000-ish.
That's a good amount.
Something similar to what Skyline was.
If you don't mind me asking, like, how's their performance like when it comes to sports?
It's not a football school. I'll say that.
Oh, for real?
And that's what I'm coaching. Yeah, it's not I say at least not yet. We got some bodies. We got some good players. But
what's up?
We're trying to change the culture. It's never really been a football school. They've had some success, but it's not traditionally known as a football school. Not like Skyline.
Some exciting plays to cheer for in the McClyman Skyline game. Skyline's Billy Cockerham finds Jasharlon Jones all alone on the far side for the easy score. Number 21's in. Titans again this time. Cockerham hits a diving Brandon Nichols for the touchdown. Let's see. Terrific catch there, number 9. Nichols congratulated by the defender for a nice catch. Good sportsmanship there. Skyline rolling. Cockerham over the middle to Corey Collins for a big gain on that one. The Titans on the ground this time. Robert Love leaping over the defense for the score. Skyline up 42-0 at the half. Third quarter now. Titans moving it on the ground. Oliver Newell takes the reverse around the right end before being flipped out of bounds. Here comes the tackle, and there he goes down. Love puts the exclamation point on this one on Skyline. Beats McClymonds convincingly, 56-2. And now joining us, all the guys coming down from Oakland from Skyline. We appreciate it. We have John Beam, the head coach. Thanks for joining us. Over here, Oliver Newell and Haran Jackson. And we'll start with Haran. Which one is Haran?
Right here.
On the end. Haran, talk about your team this year. First of all, talk about today's game. How did you guys come up with such a convincing win?
Well, we really prepared for this game, and the coaching staff and the DB coach in particular did a good job. So, we was out there on our P's and Q's, and we was ready for them today.
Now, you guys have come in. You've been a very polite team, probably the most polite team that we've had here at the station. Do you guys take a lot of pride in how you show yourself to the community?
Yeah, we do.
Why do you think that's important?
Well, because Skyline has like a winning tradition, and we try to uphold that. Keep our coach Beam over there happy.
Yeah, and you're doing that right here in the middle. Oliver with a nice game today, and I know you've made highlights on our show before, and we've seen you before. How do you feel about the way this team is going this year, looking like you're headed for another title?
We're working hard,
Yeah.
We trying our best. We just got to get to where we got to get. That's a Silver Bowl,
And any doubts that you guys are going to get there?
No doubt.
All right, Coach. First game of the season this year. Somehow the coach gets a trip to Hawaii for these guys. How did you work that out?
A lot of fundraising. We were invited to play in Hawaii, Shanakini Classic, played against St. Louis High School of Honolulu, which is ranked in the top 20 nationally.
Right.
Pit the best team in the islands versus one of the top teams from the mainland. We outgained them everywhere but the scoreboard.
Yeah.
It was a good experience for everybody.
But a fun trip, I guess.
Great
right?
trip.
Yeah, not a lot of high school teams get to go to Hawaii to play.
We're the first one, I believe, from Northern California.
Talk a little bit about this team in terms of grades and academics and how you guys are doing there.
Tell you what, we're doing really good. We just got report cards. There's 35 kids on the team. 14 had 3.0s. Everybody else was above 2.0. Not one person was academically ineligible. Hard work in the classroom pays off hard work on the field, which ends up being a successful person in life.
Yeah. And why is this team at Skyline, the tradition at Skyline, how have you been able to have that tradition come together?
It just keeps going. It's passed on from one class to another class to another class. And I think that each class doesn't want to let down the classes before, so it just kind of perpetuates itself.
All right. Thanks, guys, for joining us. A big win today. Undefeated in league. Way to go.
One more thing. Defense, let the dogs loose.
So yeah, but it's been a blessing to be there. Yeah,
It's probably a blessing to have you, Sid, because one thing I know
appreciate
about you,
that.
bro, I swear to God, bro, you was so humble, bro. Because that's kind of like just, man, our freaking football like locker room will be crazy, bro. People like just dancing, doing all type crazy, and they go Sid just hella quiet, just doing his little step, like he's always like getting ready, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was very smart too, bro, about his business, and your dad was very involved in your life, and I brought that up to you earlier. That's one thing that I didn't know your dad, but I respect anybody who is in their son's life. Like making sure that they're on the right path and all that. But my next question before we get to deep stuff is that what's the hardest thing about coaching? Like for example, like keeping your players eligible in class and all that. What's the hardest part?
So I'd probably say realizing that you may be the problem
That is true.
as a coach. So like if sometimes your players may not get it the way you had it done to you. So like if your coach was a yeller, or your coach was like a show actions speak louder than words type of play, like it's kind of, if the player's not getting it, you may have to change something in your coaching.
That's fire.
For them to understand whatever you're trying to relay to them. And so that's probably the toughest thing. Like the way you grew up may not work for them, and it typically ain't working for them because it's the technology. They hyper active. They can't.
No worries. You want to answer it? Go ahead. That's the podcast. We chilling, man. If you gotta take it, bro, don't worry. I'll edit it out.
That's good.
You sure?
Yeah. That's good.
All right.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's
What you just remind me of right now was again with Coach Beam, rest in peace. And one of the episodes, he was talking about like, you know, how his team wasn't where they wanted. And he was like, man, my teaching style, I guess, ain't the same from back then. He says, nowadays, you got to change it up. You can't use the same strategy. And that kind of hit me hard because he was trying so hard. But he's like, man, I guess, you know, I gotta change my style. So that's so true, bro. Like you gotta evolve, bro. Because everybody thinks that, you know, one way of going about things will work every day, you know, months in, years out, all this. But like, no, bro, you got to change. You got to evolve. You got to adapt to how everybody is around you. It might not happen for everybody because people want to stay true. People want to just, you know, stick with one system. But nowadays, you got to be very, very flexible, bro. Because if you ain't flexible, you're going to get left in the dust. Like, for real. Another one bites the dust. This is not gonna be political, but like as you can see, like everything right now, it just seems very amplified. You know, for example, like people's opinions. You know, especially religion. We're talking about on the way here. Like, you know, there's a lot of religious podcasts, and it's just like there's no more pointing out similarities. We're always pointing out what keeps us different, and we're like causing a lot of division. So I don't know. I just feel really bad because a lot of people don't want to like
focus,
excel because they're just being so bombarded by the screen, and everything you're seeing on the screen is just nothing but this world has always been, you know, the way it is. Like it's always been chaos, but it's different when you can see it on the screen nonstop. What do you think we could do to, you know, on a simple level?
The art, bro. I'm gonna go back to that, and I just think that we as a people gotta approach it differently. There's so much division, but if we try to come together, we can do something. We can change. We can be the change. We could change policy, change whatever we're trying to come together to do. There's division between religions. There's division between people group, between whatever you believe in, gender, whatever.
Even sports, bro. I didn't realize how bad sports. Like I be watching like if you were in the wrong jersey at the wrong place at the wrong time, you're bro.
You will end up looking like this girl right here.
I had a blast. So
no cap.
It's sad,
bruh.
It really is,
bruh.
And I'm just saying, there's division. If that wasn't the goal of like divide and conquer and divide, you know, if the goal was to come together, then I think that would be better, you know. But that doesn't seem like that's the goal of any side. You know? So,
and what people need to think about is like who is benefiting from all this division? That's my biggest question. That's the question they don't want us to ask.
How stupid do you think we are?
I would say like this division, it typically has to do with like power. And I've been in this, I'm kind of not in it anymore, but like as I've gotten to coaching, as I've gotten to the high school, seeing the structures, like not saying class system, but just how there are systems in place already, I've been kind of questioning myself. Not myself, but questioning the power dynamics and seeing like who's good in leadership, are we being led well, you know? And so like I've been thinking a lot about power and like who benefits and like why are they on a power trip, you know? And like how did they get this way? And I feel like that when there's a lot of division, they kind of benefit whoever's at the top. Whatever structure we're talking about, they kind of benefit off of that because it's confusion, you know. That's I think it's power at the end of the day.
And it's to keep people oblivious. Next segment is going to be about growth, dreams, and, you know, chasing something real because we want something that we can put in our hands, you know what I'm saying? And it's just really hard nowadays because, you know, resources are hard to get. Not everybody got $1 million in their bank account. Not a lot of people could just buy a house, you know what I'm saying? People still living with their family and it's like 20 people in one house and all that. So, yeah, anyways. So, like, basically at some point, chasing a dream, like, stops... I don't know. It starts becoming motivational and it starts becoming like painful in a way because like, how do you chase a dream if you feel like you don't even have discipline? So I just feel like, I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like discipline is something that you can't just teach, bro. You really gotta you gotta go through it. And, you know, me being 29, I just turned 29 recently. I told myself this new year, I want to be disciplined.
So if I had a word with you tonight, one-on-one, just you and me, I think my personal advice to you would be, this year, 1981, reach down inside of you and come up with some more of those remarkable human gifts. They're there, waiting to be utilized. And then change anything for you want to change. And I challenge you to do that because you can change. See, you don't ever have to be the same again after tonight, only by choice. Starting tomorrow, what are you going to do that'll make a change in your life's direction? Good question. What are you going to do starting tomorrow that'll make a difference? Now see, if you don't do something starting tomorrow that'll make a difference, guess what? It's gonna be the same. And see, that way you can guess what the next 5 years are gonna be like. Look at the last 5. Because the next 5 are gonna be like the last 5 unless you, major key, tomorrow, change it all. Or change a little, or change something, or don't change. It's choice time. You can do whatever you want. But it's nice to know any day you wish you can change your whole life.
Man, you propelled, bro, to see you as a coach, leaving your home, like being a whole new environment. Like, not a lot of people have the guts to be that uncomfortable.
I don't want to leave this place. It's so fluffy.
So, like, yeah, man, I know your coaches had a lot to do with that, but what was it? Was it God? Was it, your faith, your heart posture? Like, what was the key ingredient?
Man, most definitely God, because any and everything that I do is for God and serving the kingdoms. Like, it's all for God. And I think when you know what you're chasing, what the dream is, what the goal is, that makes it that much easier. Now that doesn't mean it's gonna be easy getting there, or easy journeying there, but it means that you're focused. So like right after high school, I moved to Chicago. I've been in Chicago.
Right after high school.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So
that's crazy.
2016.
He was young.
It's 2025. That's
young.
Almost 10 years.
Wow.
So I've been there, chasing it and like trying to live it. So by trade, like my dad is a musician. He's a worship pastor, and by trade, play the drums.
You remind me of Drumline. I don't mean to cut you off, but every time I used to see Sid in high school, first thing that popped up in my head. Cause you saucy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully, I'll get one of your clips and I'll add it here. But like, bro, you, yeah, that's really dope.
Yeah, appreciate that. But like, yeah, by trade, I'm a musician, and so like, that's what I went on to chase. I went to undergrad. I was music and worship was my major there. I went to a private Christian school in Chicago, and then I went straight into grad school. Studied jazz at school there, and like, I actually wasn't happy with where I was in undergrad at the end of my years. In terms of like where I was musically, like I played football there at the school. I was a music major.
You was doing both?
Stuff. Yeah,
playing sports. I thought you only could do one.
No, so that was I wanted to go somewhere. I knew this. I wanted to go somewhere where I could do both, play music and football. And where I could be taken care of musically, like when I get done.
That's dope. Throwing a touchdown. Hold on, I gotta go on the band. Let me put on my. Come on, say we need you.
So
that's crazy.
And it's Chicago just turned out to be that place. And I'm glad it wasn't. So like, I wasn't happy with it, or I shouldn't say happy, but I was like, I need it more. So like, I was in denial about it at first, but I was like thinking about what are my next steps. This is probably about. I graduated December 2020. I was probably thinking about this 2019, 2018. I actually didn't play my senior year, and I had an extra fall, so I didn't play those like 2 more opportunities where I could have played football because I was like, man, it's time to start thinking about the real world. I ain't going to the league.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah.
I was playing. I was starting. I was like, I ain't about to go to the league. Let me try to figure this life thing out. And so
that's a hard thing to do, man.
it is.
Yeah, especially on the show Last Chance U. That's part of the whole theme. And it's like, man, seeing those players, like, it's a lot of depression, like they were going through because they didn't know if they were gonna get drafted. And man, that's tough.
And to see, I've had really close friends of mine go through the process of the draft, and they've had success, you know. But to see, like, you know, chasing it, they're chasing their dream. But like, that wasn't the dream for me. I thought it was coming out of high school. Every kid out of Oakland is like, I want to go to the league. I want to, you know, which is cool. Some kids do make it. Some do. Man, Armand, you know,
shine.
American River to Utah to Texas Tech. Quez.
Didn't Armand? West Armand
to West Point.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He was,
damn.
Yeah.
I thought he gave up on that.
Well,
Is he still playing?
He went. Not anymore.
No,
but I'm saying he went. And so I'm saying, like, people, David.
I need to free my mind. I really need.
That is my boy.
Laney to UTEP to some other place. Like,
that's,
you know,
crazy.
we people. That's what it is. That's the dream. KP to Fresno, Jason to Azusa Pacific. Like, a lot of people, like, that's it. You know, you get out of Oakland, you go do your thing, you go chase your dream. And so, like,
You talking about KP, whose dad was on Last Chance U too? You talking about what's his name? Kevin, right?
Yeah,
Kevin Parker.
Kevin Parker.
I forgot about him,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
He was
KP.
how short was he? But he was still mossing. Man, people
KP
used
was
to
probably my height. Yeah.
for real.
Yeah,
Man,
5'6",
I literally
5'1".
just like no offense to KP, but man, he brought something different to the table, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
KP was cold.
man,
KP
KP,
was cool.
man. I don't know if you follow him, but man, God bless you, bro. I miss you, man. I hope you doing
Thanks,
good,
man.
brother. But man, thank you for coming out. It's, like, I want to hear more, bro. Because honestly, this is very it's very resonating, man.
Yeah, no problem. But I'm saying, like, growing up in Oakland, that's the dream. You know, getting out, chasing it. But for me, it turned out to be a little different. I did that. I found a place, but I started to put this thing together. I was like, maybe I'll try grad school, and I'll study jazz, and go there. I had a professor at my undergrad who actually went to the school. I went to North Park. He went from North Park to NIU. I ran into a buddy of mine one day. He was like, man, this teacher's trying to get me up there at the school, to NIU. And I'd never thought about this. I was thinking about places where I could go, and I was like, let me just send a text. And I was like, hey, his name is Bobby Broom. Call him Prof. I was like, hey, Prof, you think you guys got any room for me up at NIU? This is probably, like, this may be the summer 2019 going into, like, this is going into the fall of 2019. He's like, you guys got any room for me up there? And he's like, hey, Sid, let me see. I'm sure we do. He's over Christmas break. He's like, send me some videos of you playing. Send me some stuff. And I do. I don't hear nothing back. February, probably like 14th, 18th, one of those days, 2020. This is before the COVID stuff was happening. But he's like, you coming up to the auditions this week? I had no idea those auditions were happening. This went from, like, Christmas break, which is like a month long, to February, and I'm at the school. I'm at North Park trying to finish up senior year. And he's like, you coming up to the auditions this week? Didn't know there were auditions.
Yeah.
So I wound up getting a ride. It was the Cal, which is like an hour outside of Chicago, and wound up getting a ride from one of my buddies, a good friend of mine. And wound up doing the audition, and I was like, man, I crapped the bed. I didn't do well,
okay.
but I did well enough, I guess, because I got into the school. I got the stuff that I needed, and I met some people that I met have, like, helped me, like professors, the director of jazz. I didn't know the people there would be so pivotal in my life, like the professors, the profs, and then even the students. And so, like, most of the stuff I'm doing now musically in Chicago is from those relationships that I made in grad school. And so that was what I was looking for, that extra, whatever it was, to be playing out in the city a lot, to be not a first call musician yet or anything like that, but that's a goal of mine, to be a first call musician whatever city I'm in, to be touring, to do the studio sessions, to and I've done bits and pieces of that, and so like it's steadily growing, but like that was the dream. That's been the dream to have music be the way that I'm able to provide for the family, for my family. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm chasing. And I've met people along the way, and they've definitely helped me. I wouldn't be where I am now if it wasn't for the people that have helped me get there.
It's truly significant because all it is most of the time is just showing up.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just because like that text, like, are you showing up? And like some people like, nah, like I ain't ready. This never show up. And
Dude,
that's crazy.
I looked on the website. There was like, so when you audition, there's like pieces you got to play. And I'm over here stressing. I'm like, I got the jazz stuff, but I'm like, I got to learn how to play the xylophone. Man,
What's a xylophone? I don't know much
it's
about music. Piano?
Or maybe marimba, but a mallet instrument. So like, it's not the piano, but you have the sticks and you're playing like.
You talking about when you were a kid? You buy that for a little kid? It's like little bells.
Yeah, but it's bigger.
Okay. That's clean.
I'm sitting up there prepping for it. I've never played this instrument in my life.
Yeah.
Trying to learn a quick tune that I could do. We ain't even go over it.
Man,
I probably shouldn't say that, but like it was kind of like the stuff we were doing was a lot of stuff that I was already good with in the audition. So it was like, I feel like it was like God's or God ordained, So
man, what's meant to be won't miss you. That's what I love to tell people. Just don't be too afraid, bro, because God is the one that'll do the rest for you. He just wants you to put your step forward. Literally, that's all it is, and God will do the rest. And I think that's what's wrong with society today. People feel like they got to carry the whole world on their back. Did you create the world, or did God create the world? He know how this thing works. Even though it looked like the devil's running the playground right now, because that man working overtime. We can see a lot of his seeds being planted. However, God is the most victorious, like he said, serving the kingdom. Because does it take a king to make a kingdom, or does it take a kingdom to make a king? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people feel like they gotta do everything by themselves, but I don't know. It's really powerful. You know what I'm saying? Take a village to raise somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's true. So yeah, shout out to your professor. Shout out to everybody for real, because man, I just know that there are so many people like Sid who just gave up because they feel like no one was gonna, help them, guide them, become a pivot for them. But if it worked for Sid, it just shows you it's a testament that just do it, man.
Develop a strong mind and you will live a strong life. If you only ever listen to one thing I say, listen to this. Develop a strong mind and you will live a strong life. A strong mind is built from feeding it with positive thoughts and learning new things every day. Not every now and then. Not for a little while. Every single day. A strong mind is built with daily gratitude. When you are grateful for everything you do have, you have no room for negativity, no room for doubt or anxiety. A strong mind is built with goals. Goals that give you a reason to get up out of bed and attack the day. A strong mind is built from knowing you are responsible for your life, your results, your success and your failures. A strong mind is built with learning new things every day on topics that expand your mind and develop your skills. Growth is.
So I guess for me, I've always kind of known this, but like I shouldn't say I've always known this, because no. But there's a movie that kind of reminds me of this. Soul. It's a Disney movie.
Oh, I know you're talking about the one with the little hat. Little hat. Did he turn into a pet or something like that?
Yeah, he did.
Turn into a cat or a dog?
Yep.
I watched it. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, refresh my memory.
Bro, I think I'm gonna refresh it, but I think that movie is like the deepest Disney movie, or one of the deepest movies out there.
And he was into jazz music.
He was a jazz pianist. He was a teacher. Got the opportunity to play his dream gig at this, maybe it was like the Blue Note or some jazz club with a major artist. Tia Fuller. I know her name.
Obviously not.
It's Tina or Tia Fuller.
A real person they put in the movie?
The saxophone player was based. I don't know if that was her name in the movie, but it's based off. She was basically the one that played her.
That's dope.
But, and if I'm butchering that, but yeah, he got this dream opportunity, and when he got it, he got there, he got all dressed, got all good. You know, when he got there, he was killing it. And then by the end of the night, she was like, "All right, see you again tomorrow. Let's do it again." He was like, "Wait, that's it? That's the I've been waiting my whole life to do this, and that's it." And he took him aback, and he was like, "Man, I forgot about like what it was to get there." So like
Wow.
it goes to show you that like the journey, to get to wherever you're chasing, um, it's about the journey. And so I've known that. That's why that movie resonates with me so much, because it reminds me to look at the journey. It's not always going to be pretty. It's not always going to be great. You're not always going to be able to motivate yourself. I think it's like
the journey kind of becomes the motivation. I don't know. That's just how what I'm taking it from you right now.
It does, and it's like if we ever get to a point of like, oh, I've made it, I fully arrived. I don't ever want to be in that place, because it's like, one, I've become too big headed for one, and then two, it's like, nah, bro, you ain't. There's always gonna be somebody or something else that's bigger or better, and like it's like I never kind of want to have that posture of like, oh, I've arrived. So it's like it's a lifelong journey.
Amen.
Like that.
And so, yeah, the motivation is, I don't necessarily know that. I think motivation helps. It's like whatever that source of motivation is, whether it's religion, whether it's self, whether it's from what you watch.
This might be silly, but for some men, it's women. Like, oh, if I get there, I'm gonna have. I'm telling you, a lot of people who I know, like, man, I'm doing this so I can have honey bunnies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, but what I like about you saying, no, really, if your players are listening right now, it's really interesting, because it kind of like it just I don't know, like it really kind of rekindles this ideology that like you also like have to celebrate your L's, because sometimes your biggest W is an L. And with social media and everything that we're seeing today, people are only flexing their wins. But like, to me, I look up to somebody who, I'm not saying flexes their losses, but to let us know that they're human too, and that becomes the journey, like failure.
I've always resonated with people that kind of share their wins and their losses. So like podcasts I listen to, or the people I like, are the ones that talk about their failures, and they give you a snapshot of what they did to make it, and that's how I try to be. I tell my players or whoever, they know this stuff. They know my mess ups. They know what I'm ashamed of. They know like what I would do better. Because yeah, I've messed up. I've messed up.
You mind sharing with some of your L's? You don't have to,
Hey,
but like, give us one. Just give us one, because you never know.
So we'll go to relationships real quick.
Okay.
Man, I had this relationship, and I was wrong in it. I messed up. But in messing up in it, like, I don't know, it made me, one, it brought me closer to God. It's like, because of this, man, I was in church, and it was like the church was involved.
Oh, they get personal in your business, huh?
I got sat down, It was crazy. Yeah. I got put in my place. I got sat down, and it was wild, but I needed it. And so like, one, I got closer with God. That doesn't necessarily have to happen for you to mess up or whatever, but I needed it. I don't know if you noticed, I joined the military. Joined the military.
You joined the military.
So I'm in the Army. I'm in the National Guard.
Thank you for your service, my boy. For real. So you on reserve, or like they can call you at any time?
They could call you at any time. The Guard is different than reserves.
Oh, okay.
Reserves is its own thing, but the National Guard is like the state level. So like the state kind of tells you what to do. Okay. But I'm in the band in the Guard. The Illinois National Guard.
And what you don't do, brother? That's a lot, man, for you at this age. So people, you can't put age to something. Like there's people who are 18 years old that are doing all type of things, but like, damn, man, being a coach, being in the Army. I mean, not the Army, but what's it called again?
National Guard.
National Guard. What's not? People like, bro, you're dumb. How you not know a national? Well, yeah, I know there's the Navy, there's the Army, and there's the National Guard.
So the National Guard. So I don't think the Navy has one, but I don't even think Marine Corps has one. But like, there's these branches. So there's Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Space Force, the Coast Guard.
Damn,
There's all these
I didn't know that.
services. They have active duty, which is like your full time. Most of these have, all of them have active duty, and then some of them have some kind of reserve component, and then some of them, along with the reserves, have a National Guard. The National Guard is your state level, so it's like your state tells you what to do instead of like being a federal thing, like your main government is your state.
Okay.
That's kind of in charge of what you do, where you go, and so you're still in the Army. You have your MOS, your job. That's all MOS means. So I'm a 42 Romeo. I'm a musician. So we go and serve the people by playing and getting the morale up and stuff like that.
That's honestly a very important thing. People don't realize that. Like any sports, you need somebody to get your spirit going. And, you know, like back then, like people with the old school muskets, you know what I'm saying? Like they had drummers over there because they're like, bro, like, because imagine people wanted to run away, people are scared, but like, yeah, we never really like thought. I've never thought about that, like how important it is for those type of people, like musicians. You know, I don't know what else we can say, but like, man, was you always into music, like always, or is it just because your dad, or is it?
Bro, I've been playing drums since I was 2, and like I was telling you, we used to live in New York too, till I was about 5. But I remember my dad would be coming home from rehearsal, or he'd be going to a gig or something like that, or even just at church. They would put me up on the drummer's lap, and he would mimic with my hands what he was playing, and like I was already banging on stuff, so pause. But just seeing my dad, you know, listening to music, I think it's like, bro, we get what our parents have, you know, like there's certain genes, certain traits that our parents have, the things they do, we pick those up too, and so I honestly think it's that, you know. Sisters are musical too. One is in grad school right now for music therapy. The other one just graduated from undergrad. She was a Jubilee singer. She went to Fisk. The other one went to Bethune-Cookman and is now at Temple.
Hey.
And so they're both singers.
So I want to talk about a little bit about mental health because, you know, you being a coach, I'm pretty sure you deal with a lot of it, and I'm not going to put you on blast, but while we're driving here, like some of his players are calling him, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and it's just interesting. Like you got to be there, not just physically, but because they, you know, they're very reliant on somebody who can just be on that level with them. So I just feel like we weren't really taught how to feel, you know what I'm saying? We were like more like taught how to survive. So like, how do you teach your players how to like cope with just the mental battles, like to let them know that like that voice in your head is not really you. It's like, it's just something. There's always a push and pull. So like, how do you embrace mental health in your program or like with your players? Like, how do you go upon tackling it? Like,
so I think by being transparent with them, but I think it also starts with yourself too. So like, I want to be careful how I say this. People get in trouble for saying like, I'm a believer, I believe in God, I'm a Christian, whatever, and they're like, because of that, I don't believe in therapy. I don't believe in getting my mentals right with the help of others, and saying that like God is not enough. That's not what I'm saying. God created those people. He created the therapists. He created the psychiatrists. He created those people to help.
Very well. Where do I begin? My father was a relentlessly self-improving boulangerie owner from Belgium with low-grade narcolepsy and a penchant for buggery.
God has been my source of like getting right, if that makes sense. It's like he's always been that for me. Like being sure about yourself, being whether it's the motivation or like when it's just you and it's him. You know, like that's my source. That's my goal. I wanted to be careful on how I say that because it's like
very sensitive. I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's not good because it is. You can go to those people. You can get the help. You know, whatever. For me, it's been God.
Yeah.
And it's been the people He's put in my life too because I ain't just here by myself. So like mentors or the elders. I definitely listen to that. But for my players, it's like being transparent with them, um, and I think showing them the way, leading by example. Like how I said, I'm pretty transparent with my players and with people who ask me, man, how do you do this? How do you do that? Bro, I remember a young age. I had even in high school, I had people, my peers, same grade, same age, saying that they look up to me. That they're asking me, bro, how do you do that? Why are you like this? Now I share them. One is God, and then I share them the steps, this and that. And I kind of always knew that uh people kind of looked at me like that. I'm not saying I'm Joe Schmo or I'm him. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they're like whatever reason people were attracted to that or whatever, or they I don't know, they like that or whatever. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm him or I'm this big person or whatever. But what I'm saying is I realized that I had eyes on me and that like what I did mattered. So I tried to live a life and do the things that I say I'm gonna do, like living with integrity and yeah, being integral and
I know you hear this phrase a lot. Thank you for sharing that too. But the phrase "chosen ones," like God chooses specific people who He knows can bear the light. And I'm not like trying to bash nobody who feels like they're not chosen, but like, yeah, God chooses certain people. A lot of people to carry His light, and for you to like embrace yourself with God. Like that's one of the signs that you are chosen. Some people who don't believe in God, like, no, that's cap. You can be chosen and don't believe in God, but yeah, you kind of remind me that like the more you remember God, the more He remembers. God will always remember us. He created us. You know what I'm saying? Like He created us, which is crazy. He breathed into us. So like for Him, He could have created us just with a snap of finger and not, get intimate, not in like that type way, of course. Hopefully this kind of sounds stupid, but like literally God grabbed us. You know what I'm saying, and breathed into us to let us know that like we are loved by Him and He never gonna forget us. So like, what I took from you is that. Yeah, when you remember God, God will make sure He'll have the path in front of you. Because at the end of the day, we all should be asking for the path, the righteous path. And sometimes that path may come with all type of ambiguous detours. You don't know where you're going, but as long as you're remembering God and knowing that He is there, He gonna make sure that like you're gonna get put in the right place, the right opportunities. You're gonna speak to the right people. You're gonna get text messages from people who you probably never thought you'll get text message from. Like for instance, for you, like He hit you up, like, "Are you coming to the tryouts?" That's God right there. It's like, Sid, you remember me, so here, let me show you that I remember you. So yeah, it's very powerful because like a lot of people just say, "Oh, I'm more spiritual than religious. Like I don't really believe in God. I just believe in the spiritual aspect." But like to me, there is no spirituality without God, because God is the creator of spirituality.
And I have a relationship with the universe.
But man, being spiritual versus like the religion aspect, I totally understand if people aren't down with religion. People have done some hideous, horrendous things in the name of religion. And they continue to do these things in the name of religion, bro. There's so many examples. It's crazy. And so I totally get why religion is a turn on for people. Like it's organized. They can't get with it. I get you. But I for me, that's just not my truth. I get you can have your own thing with God and you can do all of that, being spiritual. Like I got my relationship, but to be honest, as a believer, as a Christian, God calls us to be amongst people. The church is not a physical place. The church is the body of people, like the body of Christ. It's the people that make the church, and so we're called to be in relationship with others. We're called to do life with others. We're called to bring others in, And so like that's I think that's more than being spiritual. I don't know if you can do just that by yourself. Like when I hear spiritual, I think of like individual. And so like it's for me it's just bigger than that. It's not just it's not about myself. It's really about others, serving the community, serving people, serving the kingdom. So it's really that's what it is for me. Like that's I've never I don't know. People got their own thing going on, and like when you got your own thing going on, you might be believing some stuff. Not saying you ain't believing God. You might be believing into some other stuff that ain't really like that's not it. You know,
Yeah.
like getting into, I don't know what you think about this, but like getting into stuff like witchcraft or getting
Yup.
into some
Even astronomy, bro, yeah, I'm not saying I don't believe in that stuff,
Yeah.
bro, but like, if there's some people who I know, like, bro, like that is a religion to them, bro. Like,
Yeah.
there's this website that's like, yeah, they'll show me, like, bro, I look at this every day and I surrender myself to this because
Yeah.
it's so accurate, and I'm just like, to them, they think it's like, oh, it's normal, but like, it's the act, it's blasphemous, and you know, nothing against anybody who does that stuff, but like, yeah, people don't ever think about that. It's just the act that's wrong. It's not you, it's the act, because that act, according, like, in the lens of God, is like
blasphemous. And this might be a stretch, but I've never thought that bad things that people have done in religion, I've never thought that was the actual religion. So like, bro, even to go as like hearing about Muslims killing or whatever, like to me that wasn't people following the actual faith.
Yeah.
That's like the extremists,
Yeah.
you know. So like same with Christianity, those are the extremists. I don't know where they at.
And also, religions get hijacked, bro, because that's
Yeah.
the easiest way to like cause division in religion is by hijacking someone's religion and saying this is the name of that religion. And
Yeah.
I've seen that so much with Islam. Like, for example, what happened in Australia, the shootings in Bondi Beach. Like, they were Muslim and they were just. You seen that video?
Nah.
Yeah, what happened in Australia? Like, these two Muslims, literally very recent. I did a video about it, and they just pulled up to the very popular beach where it's a show, and they just started gassing people with just right. It's a country that's very strict on gun laws. Like, you can't even carry a pistol. Like, it's really hard. But they showed up with sniper rifles, ARs.
Yeah.
So it just, again, to me, it's like a hijack,
Yeah.
and that's what I said on my podcast. I feel like this is just another example of religions being hijacked for political agendas.
Yeah.
Especially after the Epstein file, there was new allegations that got posted. A lot of people being exposed. 2 days later, boom, they hijacked the religion, caused all this division, and yeah, the media is off them. So it's a battle of narrative, and the best way to change a narrative is by using religion as the focus point.
That is blasphemous.
All right, so last thing I'm going to bring up before we put this podcast on end, and again, Sid, thank you so much for being here, bro. I really, like, this became a therapy session for me, and that's what I love about doing podcasts. That's what I love about bringing people over, because, like, man, I'm just learning, and we should always be a student of life. We're never going to be a scholar. Like, there's always going to be something to learn, and people's experiences really just make me realize, like, bro, like, life is beautiful, because, yeah, it's the journey. Again, that's what we should be focusing on. But I feel like this is something that everybody can relate to. And if you, I don't know if this doesn't relate to somebody, then I'm kind of surprised. But everybody's looking for peace.
Yeah.
You know, we want all these things in life, but at the end of the day, what do we want the most? We want peace. Because at the end of the day, we're going to put our head down on the pillow. And like, how can you sleep if you know that you don't have that peace with you? Thinking about regrets, thinking about what you did, thinking about what you could have done, this and that. So yeah, again, we're all chasing peace. But the question is, where should we look? And I know I'm probably going to know what you're going to say. You know, we look to God, because that's my answer too. God is the one that gives you peace. But let's just say, like, we take that out of the picture, which is, we should never take God out of the picture. But, you know, if you're talking to somebody who's just like, nah, God's out of the picture, where would you tell them to look first? For me, it would say, look inside. When you look inside, you find peace. But I don't know. How would you tackle this question?
Man, without that is tough.
Put a stamp on it, because it's going to be the last thing we say when we put this podcast on. I want you to drop that gem, brother. Come on.
Let me see. Man, I know you said without God, but it's not to just make everything religious. But, like, I don't know if I can answer that question without God.
Yeah,
like, without saying mentioning God.
Same.
I'm gonna try to, but I'll try to make it. You know, I'll try to say something about God. Try not to, but like, that's for me. That's my source.
Amen.
That's where the peace comes from. That's what helps me feel better. That's what helps me make it through whatever. But in general, like, I'm not one that looks for drama. I'm not one. I guess that's just how it's built. Like, people will say, we're just talking about relationships. People will be like, man, these girls, they'll talk about good girls, or they'll talk about, like, fighting with their, like, screaming and fighting, and like, bro, one, I ain't looking for no girl that got that going on. And two, I'm like, bro, that's crazy. I don't even, that's not even a possibility for me. Part of my foundation is like, one is God, but two is like, that's just, I'm not somebody who doesn't want this, you know. So like, I don't do the whole drama thing, the back and forth thing. Maybe it's naive of me to say that. Maybe it's like, oh, I don't know. So maybe I ain't never been in it like that, to where it ain't peace. But that ain't what I'm chasing. I don't want that. I've never wanted that. So
like that because it's environment too, bro. Like I don't mean to cut you off, but like
yeah.
people are looking for peace in the wrong environments, bro. Because
Mhm.
they're like a lot of people got friends, people got cliques and groups where it's like, how can the flower grow if you're just being cut off from the sun? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like sometimes the people who we connect with, bro, they're blocking that sunlight, and that's what I did. That's honestly a very important thing that I did in my life that really was so monumental. Like I switched. Like now I'm trying to be like messed up or anything, but yeah, like a lot of my homies who I was really close with, bro, for a very long time, they don't mess with me no more because I just went ghost. Like I went monk mode because I was just so fed up with my life. I feel like I just didn't feel like exuberation no more. I didn't feel serenity. I didn't feel that zen. Like, and I knew I didn't want to think that it was the people who I was cool with. Like they were like family, bro. They were like family for my family. It was kind of weird because they're the ones who I share my secrets with. But yeah, bro, like that was the hardest thing to do. And it's just like I didn't even say goodbye. I just couldn't do it anymore, bro. Because I'm like they're not trying to be messed up, but their demons became my demons. And I didn't understand that until I got a little older. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna go too much on that, but like you really hit on the nail with that. To me, it's your environment. Like you cannot find peace if your environment is feeding you nothing but mayhem, bro.
Man, I got one more thing to add to that.
Brother?
Not to cut you off.
No,
either,
please do, man.
But like, dude, something that's been prayed over me is like my family, my mom. She's a prayer warrior, all that type of stuff. Like, she prays for me daily, and like since I was a kid, one of those prayers is like for my environment, people I surround myself with. And that's been like something I've prayed on myself too. You know, um, like the people that come into my life, may they not be like all the extra. And it's not necessarily that verbatim, but it's like may what I need come to me, you know? And I feel like that's what God brings to me. That's what I attract. That's what I want too, you know? So I think about my relationships, my friendships, the community I have. It's like I have what I want and like I have what I need. But like I think I got some really good close friendships here and in Chicago, bro. Like there's a couple people that I've met in grad school, bro, that are just like sweethearts of people, bro. Some dudes, give a couple shout outs real quick.
Do it.
Man,
Let's do it, man.
You get in trouble shouting out people because you forget people. But bro, there's been some, I'm gonna just name some dudes real quick, man. In grad school, man, Isaiah and Gabriel. These dudes right here. Ben is in there too. And there's more people. But like there's been a core of like Isaiah and Gabriel and myself, bro, that have been like I don't know. It's been what I've needed, you know. And I couldn't have asked for like better brotherhood, friendship, you know, like because it's that man. I don't know. Like we do life together, bro. If that makes sense. Yeah, like I said, this guy named Ben is in there too. Ben Crino. That's my guy. But like, there's a number of people like from undergrad, my guy Devin and Alfred. Like, there's a number of people. There's people that gotta put in my life. Steve, Dorcas Cat, my guy Ryan, Marcel. These people from Chicago, but here, bro, Jason, Manny, Jaduba, my guy David. You know, like there's people here that I'm in, you know, that I'm in communication with, and that I see every time I come here, bro. Like we got the chats. We got. I don't know if you remember.
If I go crazy in the group chat, huh?
You remember GT, bro?
JT?
GT.
This GT Skyline?
Yeah. You
I probably know
it's
about
not it's not a person. Oh. It was like a GT. I ain't gonna say what it stands for, but it was like a thing we had, like Jason and Lalo and all the yeah.
GT. I want to know.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Not on the camera.
I'll tell you.
I don't want to start guessing what it means, bro. Man, but I love that, bro.
Bro, like what I'm saying is God has put people in my life that have been near and dear to my heart, and it's been what I've needed. Like I've been corrected when I've needed to be corrected. I've been loved when I've needed to be loved. I've been understood when I've needed to be understood. I've been sat down when I've needed to be sat down.
Like when you was in the church after that breakup.
Yeah, bro. Like, bro, I needed to be sat down.
Feel it.
It's been pivotal. There's been people like seasonal people that this actually has been like a hard concept for me to, not to be long-winded or anything, but like the seasonal thing and for life thing has been a tough concept for me to understand.
The reason, the season. Some people are in your life for a reason. Some are in your life for a season.
Yeah, and just like who and why and what. But as I've started to get older, I'm 27. I ain't old or nothing, but I'm like, I just kind of let it be. You know, like it's been. I don't know. I kind of just let it be. Like if the relationship is going great at the point right then it's like great. You know, if it kind of, I wouldn't say die off, but if it's not as, I don't know if strong is the word, because I got a lot of friendships, relationships where it's like we come back, like we may separate, we come back, and it's like nothing ever changed. Like maybe months or years go by, but it's I don't know. I've gotten what I've needed in whatever season I'm in, and I don't know. That kind of sounds transactional, but
Sometimes it be like that though. Sometimes God just wants you to grab what you need, the wisdom from that, and then move on.
Yeah.
Some places can't stay too long.
True. And I don't know. I don't think of them as transactions because that's I don't know. I don't like that.
That is blasphemous.
I guess the main point I'm trying to say is that God has put people in my life that have been like near and dear to my heart, like that I'm still in relationship with now. So, bro, yeah, it's been a ride. I look to who comes along, and
Amen.
in the future, I look to this new thing. I look forward to the journey, to chasing the dream,
Amen, brother.
to reconnecting.
Amen.
You know, I look forward to all.
I haven't
of it,
seen you like 13 years. I don't know how long it's been, but man, it's crazy
years,
how God makes certain things happen for a reason. And man, it resonates hard. And I really wish you a long journey, bro. You know, a lot of people come and go, bro. We know so many, bro. So I just hopefully, like, I know God's gonna keep you here because, bro, you have so much to offer, bro. God is working through you in a way that I haven't seen work for anybody else.
Oh my God! Wow!
Little Akon right here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I knew I wasn't going to. I told myself, don't say it, but, bro, I used to love calling him Akon, bro. Like, Akon, young Jeezy. We gonna take it easy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to say it because people gonna be like, bro, that's kind of messed up. Yes. But, like, no, bro, that's what I called him. I called him Akon, bro. Whenever I see him, I just started singing the Akon song. But, yeah, man, last thing you want to say before we put the podcast one in? Anybody? Any other shout-outs?
Man, was it? But, you know, it's a great thing that you're doing, bro.
Hey, man, appreciate
I see
you,
what you're doing. I'm
appreciate
seeing
you.
it.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Hell yeah, it's such an
I
honor, bro.
appreciate you. You know?
Appreciate you more.
You going where you going. You know?
Amen.
So it's cool. I'm glad to be part of your journey.
It's gonna be on my channel forever, bro, to the day I die, man. So if you want to look back, you have kids like, yo, kids, come look at Pappy in this podcast right here. Look at me dropping some gems. No, man. But yeah, thank y'all so much for being here, man. Shout out to you, Sid, for real. Shout out to your parents because they really raised a very good man. And I hope they listening, like, for real. Thank y'all for, praying and just really teaching us that, like, it all begins with prayers because that's the weapon God. I don't want to call it a weapon, but yeah, God gave us this weapon and pray upon yourself. Like, you don't always need someone to pray on you. Like he said, he does prayers on himself. So that's beautiful. Like, I need to hear that because, yeah, voice is power. And to use that in the right way, bro, what can stop you? You know what I'm saying? All right, Sid. One more time. Appreciate you, bro. For real.
Same, bro.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Hopefully we get a part 2. Hopefully we bring some more people on here like Jason and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Shit,
I don't know if he can fit in here because this cabin's a little small. So we're gonna have to we'll have him stand up though. It's all good. Just I hope you don't mind. But all right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Happy New Year's, man. Hopefully 2026 is gonna be full of blessings and take the lessons and most importantly, like Sid said, bro, the journey is where it's at, bro. Like, if you fail, it's not a failure. It's part of the journey. And when you get to the end, you're going to be so grateful to go through everything you went through.
Then I'll tell you what changed my whole life when I finally discovered it's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive. That's risky. Somebody says, yeah, but I'm looking for safety and security. Fine, then huddle in a corner. We'll cover you with a sheet, bring you 3 meals a day. And we'll protect you, feed you, look after you, care for you. We won't let anything happen to you. And you'll probably live to be 100. The guy said, well, yeah, I'd live to be 100. But what a way to live. Right. What a way to live safe and secure. Don't ask for security. Ask for adventure.